Today, our champion, Sharon Rawson of Greenfield, Massachusetts, faces the challenge of former champion Sandy Kane of Ware, Massachusetts, on Candlepin Bowling. Hi, everybody. Welcome once again to Candlepin Bowling. I'm Don Gillis, and I'm always speaking for the whole crew when I say we're glad that you could join us here at the Fairway in Natick, Massachusetts, for 3 strings of Candlepin Bowling, total pinfall determining our winner. Each of our bowlers takes home a permanent souvenir. These are provided by Din Brothers of Boston and Holyoke, will be properly inscribed with their name and the date of their appearance. And they'll also take home some money because we have guaranteed prize money of $1,200. $700 goes to the winner, $350 goes to the runner-up, $50 available to the winner of each string. And of course, if they tie a string, we split that at $25 apiece. All right, let's talk to today's bowlers, shall we? Sandy, you come up here because folks haven't seen you for a little while, and I know I teased you the last time that you were on because you come from Ware, which is the oldest joke in the world, and you poor people up there have to put up with it.
All the time.
All the time, I know. But you're one of the rare ones who came on for the very first time and won, and so I'm sure you're going to keep that in mind, aren't you?
I'm going to try.
And Sharon Rawson, the last 2 appearances, last 2 third strings that she has rolled have been 152, and she has knocked off in succession Janet Pock and Carol Downey. But in addition to that, after how long? Gosh, it was almost 3 years of building up that high-low jackpot. $3,400, and your birthday was the very next day after you did it, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that wonderful? What a birthday present, huh? That's got to be the best birthday present that you had.
Yeah, really, I need it.
Maybe ever, but at least in a long time.
It is the best one ever.
All right, listen, no more talk here. Let's get to bowling, and we'll do that right after this. Good luck to both of you. Our challenger is Sandy Kane on the line from Ware, Massachusetts. High single 162, high triple 393, and league average 112. She has 4 horsemen right side, plus the 8-pin. This is her 3rd appearance at our program. Tried to use a piece of wood that was off to the left, and it just didn't work. It's a 7. Sandy rolls on the World Candlepin Bowling Congress Pro Tour, and she was the Ladies Rookie of the Year back in 1987. Working on the Woolworth 5 and 10, and she's got it! A spare in the second. Now our defending champion, Sharon Rawson, high single 184, high triple 428, league average 117. Now she's looking at 4 horsemen left side. 1, 2, 4, and 7. Missed the head pin, took out the 2 and 4. It's an 8. What a day for Sharon it was last week. $700 for winning, $350 in bonus money, and then she hit the high-low jackpot for $3,400. Four horsemen left side, and in the opposite corner, the 10-pin. A little bit too full on the head pin. Instead of getting the domino effect that she hoped, she did get 1 and 2. However, not 4 and 7. It's an 8 box. That brings up our challenger, Sandy Kane, who is a purchasing manager. She's married and mother of 2. And on her spare, she gets 7. And she leaves the 1, the 3, and the 10. Once again, tried to use wood on the left-hand side and did not get it to hit the standing pins. Now she makes it for a 10. Four horsemen right side. 1, 3, 6, and 10. Took out the 2 middle pins, but the 1 and 10 still there. It's a 9. Our defending champion, Sharon Rawson. Sharon employed by Martin Machine Company of Turners Falls, Massachusetts. Five, 8, and 10. Those are the 3 pins that are still standing. Ten pins still there. Now 4 horsemen left side, plus the 5 and the 8. Sharon's representing the Pioneer Lanes of Hatfield. She had a 6-13 in winning her 5-string roll-off. Oh, so close to converting. 5 pin didn't go. It's a 10, and as always, we take a check on the scoreboard after 4 boxes in the first string and in the second string. So right now, our challenger, Sandy Kane of Ware, Massachusetts, is leading our defending champion, Sharon Rawson of Greenfield, Massachusetts, 43-36. Our challenger, Sandy Kane, now of Ware, Massachusetts. Seven pins down. She's got the 7 pin alone over on the left. 6 and 10 on the right with a piece of wood. Roll across and get it! No, not quite hard enough. It rolled across and hit the 7, but not hard enough to knock it down. She has it for a 10. He's got the 4 horsemen on the right side with the 9 pin in back, and over on the left, the 4 and 7. Ooh, that looked like it was going to miss everything, and it did. Al Giglio and I sitting here, we were putting body English on it, but didn't help. Oh, now they go for a 10. We looked like Squirmin' Herman up here. Okay, here's Sharon Rawson now, our defending champion. She's looking for her first mark in today's match. Got the 1, the 3, the 7, 9, and 10. 3 pieces of wood in back of the 1 and 3. She moved the 7 pin at least 3 inches to the left, but it would not go down. So it's an 8. The corners were full. Now looking at 4 horsemen right side, plus the 7 pin in the opposite corner. Up! Just fell. Still has 2 pins standing. It's a 10. Our challenger, Sandy Kane from Ware, Massachusetts. That's W-A-R-E. And I remember when I was first breaking into this business, many years ago, when I broke in radio only at first, and I thought that those call letters were just great. I didn't work there. I worked in New Bedford at WBSM, but I thought, isn't that neat? W-A-R-E, and that's the name of the town. The only other one I can remember call letters of a radio station that I thought were neat were Detroit, W-X-Y-Z. Now Sandy looking at 4 horsemen right side. She got a couple of them, but she left the 2 end pieces, the bookends, the 1 and the 10. There goes the 1. So it's a 9 box. One, 2, 4, 8, and 9, and the 5 pin stuck right in the middle. Five, 8, and 9. It's a 9 box. Looking now at 3, 5, and 10. Too bad she didn't get the 3. It's a 9. Four horsemen on the right side and also the 8 pin. It's an 8. You know, thinking back to that first trip, you don't know nervous until you're auditioning for your first radio job. Wow. All right. Let's see. She has 5, 8, and 10. Yes, she made it. That went off to the right, and so I guess she got just 2, wasn't it? Yeah. Wanted to be sure. Sharon Rawson. And our defending champion has a spare leave over on the left-hand side, made up of the 4, 7, and 8. Yes, she has it. Nine, and the single pin to pick up will be the 10 pin. Piece of wood rolled up to it, and Sharon gave it a little body English, hoping it would hit it hard enough, but it didn't. But she's got a chance to make it, however. The wood is in a pretty good spot. Yes, she's got it. So it's a big finish. After being at only 72 through 8. And she adds 8 more. Final 2 boxes made the difference. And as a result of those final 2 boxes, she didn't hit her average, but she did win the first string by a score of 109 to 102. Middle string means our defending champion leads it off. Here is Sharon Rawson. Little too full that time, and she has left over on the right side the 3, the 6, the 10, over on the left the 4 and 7. But there is one piece of wood, and it's about where the 2 would be. Got just 3 and 6. She left the corners full. It's an 8. On the right, 3 and 6. On the left, 4 and 7. Wood in between the 4 and 7. That's the only wood. Just the 3. It's an 8 box. Now Sandy Kane. She's knocked off the 4 and the 7. One, 5, 8, and 9 still standing. It's a 7 as she has left the 5, 8, and 9. Now Sandy has the 1, the 6, and the 10, and she has wood between the 1 and the 6. So if she can get a clean little hit to the left front quarter of that number 1 pin, let's see. Ooh, oh, no, no, no. Too bad it went off to the left. She didn't get it even to hit the pin. Let's try it again. That looks better. Everything except the 10 pin. Now Sharon Rawson coming back. She's got the 7 and 8. No, wait a minute. She's got a strike. She was just standing up there, then all of a sudden, the 8 pin wavered and fell into the 7 for a strike. Her first bonus ball got her everything except the 7 pin. And too bad. She let her arm go a little too far forward and it went into the gutter instead of picking up the 7 pin. It's still there for a 9. Now Sandy Kane. Al Giglio, as usual, is on the electronic scoreboard, and Keith Williams keeping score on the big board for the folks who are here. Ooh, Sandy almost had herself a strike. She's got the 5, and she's got 2 pieces of wood. Well, one of them's rolling away. Wood turned out to be a roadblock. She couldn't get at that pin. Don Riley is our statistician and coordinator. Phil Rubin, of course, is our producer and our director. There it is for a 10. Ralph Stewart, our lob line judge and referee, right in his accustomed spot and watching for lobs. An 8-pin drop. Six and 7 are the pins, and she almost pulled it off. It's a 9. All right, again, after 4 boxes, as we always do, in the first string and in the middle string, a check on the scoreboard. In case you just joined us, it was 109-102 Rawson after 1, and right now, she leads after 4, 44-35. Sharon Rawson rolling now in the 5th and 6th as we come to the halfway point of the match. Thin hit to the left side. Just 2. Object pin is still number 1, plus 1 and 3. Nope, did not get them. Still 5 pins standing. See if she can clean it up. No, it's only a 6 spot. Our crew today is Skip Peabody, Alan Serwin, Eddie Barron, Art Donahue, and in post-production videotape, George Ellard. everything down except the kingpin. Number 5. She tried to use a piece of wood off to the right, and it just didn't work. Now today's challenger, Sandy Kane. Is it? No. I thought it was going to be a strike, but the 6-pin stayed up. Good chance for a spare. Piece of wood right across that 6-pin. And she has it. Spare in the 5th. All right, 6 was the fill, and she's looking right now at the 2 and 4, 6 and 10. Missed the 2, took out the 4. It's an 8. That brings up our defending champion, Sharon Rawson of Greenfield, Massachusetts. All right, she's looking at diamond on the left side, and that diamond is made up of the 2, 4, 5, and 8. Another win for the diamond. It's a 10. Three, 6, and 7, and the one piece of wood is to the right of the 6-pin. She got the 6-pin, but was a little too far past the 3-pin and couldn't do what she wanted to do, which of course was to kick it over and try to get the 7 pins. It's an eye. Sandy Kane, now our challenger, is looking at the 1, 3, and 9. Didn't get anything. Just made it for a 10. She has pins rocking back and forth, as those of you who are blind or with limited sight could realize just from the reaction of the crowd. Looking at the 2, oh, too bad. She had 2, 4, and 7, and she got the 4, 7, but didn't get the 2. Now that the ladies are on our program, and as we begin our 36th year, our thoughts obviously go back to the greatest lady candlepin bowler of them all, the late Stacia Zernicke, who was on our program 55 times and at one time won 18 in a row. Spare for Sharon Rawson. Ooh. Now with a 7-pin drop, let's see what we can get here. Oh, yes, a real pretty shot. There is an award, obviously, named after Stacia, appropriately enough. Five. And the first recipient is Dot Petty, and a worthy recipient. Sandy Kane. Looking at side by side the 4 and 5, and the corners are full, 7 and 10. That ball went into the gutter before hitting anything. The 10-pin would be the one that will not count. So it's an 8. Four horsemen right side and the opposite corner, 7. Oh, yes, what a pretty spare. 4 horsemen right side and the opposite corner, the 7. That's one Sandy will remember. Bill is 8. Excellent. So another $50 goes to Sharon Rawson for winning the middle string by a score of 110 to 104, and she leads the match 219 to 206. After 2 boxes in the 3rd string, Sharon Rawson had a 19, Sandy Kane an 18. Here once again is our challenger. Seven pin alone over on the left, and on the right it's the 3, 5, 6, 9, and 10. Everything down except the 5. When Sandy first won a roll-off and made her first appearance on our program, that was 4 years ago, 1989, she was one of the rare few who have come on for their very first appearance and have won. She defeated Shireen LaFortune of Cape Cod, who was our defending champion at that time. Then she herself was defeated the next week by Barbara Marlowe from Boston. One, 3, 8, and is it going to go? No. 9 pin didn't go. It's a knot. I mentioned the Stacia Zernike Award. It's the first year of it. Well, obviously, it's the first year of it. It's sponsored by the Massachusetts Bowling Association and the Boston Globe. 4 horsemen right side and the 8-pin for Sharon Rawson. It basically is for the lady candlepin bowler who personifies most of the attributes which made Stacia Zernike such a wonderful person. Obviously, she was unique, but it would be for the person who possessed more of the attributes, the skill, the dignity, the sportsmanship, the congeniality. In other words, just what Stacia was. A great athlete, champion, and a wonderful lady. And the recipient this year, the first recipient, is Dot Petty of Portland, Maine, who was a competitor for many years against Stacia and who admired her so much. And when she was notified that she was the recipient, she broke down and cried. It's a 9. They are tied at 37 after 4 boxes of the 3rd string. But however, Sharon Rawson had a 13-pin lead coming in. Everything down now except the 10-pin for our challenger, Sandy Kane. And she's got it. Spare in the 5th. Too bad. Just 2. Half Worcester left side, punching out the 2 and 8. One and 10 still standing. They're still there. It's an 8. Now our defending champion, who hasn't had a mark yet in the 3rd string. Well, she'll be tested a little bit because she's going to face diamond left. 2, 4, 5, and 8. No wood. Right down the middle, and the diamond wins again. It's a 9. Now she has a spare leave on the right side. This is made up of the 3, 6, and 10. And wood right across the 3 and the 6. Yes. Spare in the 6. Now challenger Sandy Kane of Ware, Massachusetts. And, ooh, that one went off to the left. She still has 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 10. One and 2, and yes, it's going to be a 10. right, no wood, and this is always a pretty one if it goes. It's the Four Horsemen right side and the opposite corner of the 7. Let's see if she can do. Ooh, no. Bounced that off the footfoul line, and as a result, it didn't touch anything. It's an 8. All right, Sharon Rawson working on a spare. Seven is a fill, and she has a spare leave on the right side. It's a triangle made up of the 6, 9, and 10, and wood between the 6 and the 9. Let's see it. Yes. All right, 2 in a row. Spread eagle. She got just 4, and she left on the left side the 2, 4, 7, on the right the 3, 6, 10. No wood. No. 4 and 7 out of there. And it's an 8. All right, final 2 boxes now for Sandy Kane, and the final 2 coming up after that for Sharon Rawson. Here's Sandy. Half Worcester, left side, punching out 2 and 8. That's what she did in attempting to fill her spare in the 5th. Still looking at 1, 4, 7, 10. Missed them all. So it's a 6. All right, she has a spare leave on the right side. It's made up of the 6, 9, and 10, and she has wood right behind the 6 and in front of the 9 and 10. And yes. So in her final box, she has a spare. And 5 was the fill, so that puts her at 96. Now Sharon Rawson. Seven pin alone, and then from the middle over, it's the 5, 6, 9, and 10. 2 pieces of wood at the 5. But she didn't get it. She left the corners full, so it's an 8. 93. Sharon's average is 117. As I mentioned earlier, Sandy's is 112. Two pins still standing. It's the 5 and the 9. Too bad. The one piece of wood turned out to be a roadblock. She hit it, and it deflected the ball, and both pins are still standing. Now she gets it for a 10 and finishes with a 103. So neither bowler was able to hit her average in any one of the 6 strings. The final score, Sharon Rawson 322, Sandy Kane 302. $150 in our home viewer jackpot. The total today is $624. That means if I draw a card, 10 either side of that, that person will win $150. And of course, just for having it drawn, as I am about to do, this person will receive a handsome gift from the Parker Pen Company. All right, what have we here? Going for $624. This is from Keene, New Hampshire, Paul Wilcox, and his guess is $744, so it'll be worth $200 next week. All right, Sharon, you kind of cleaned things up last week, but we've got a little money here, $75 if you want to. She sat down in a hurry. Never mind, last week it was worth $3,400, and you did it. Okay, Sandy. All right, Sandy, stay here, please, if you would, and Sharon will be up right behind you. We're going to give you this permanent. I'm going to really, I'm just showing it to you now because we're going to send it away, and you're going to have your name and the date and everything on it. So that'll be kind of a nice souvenir. And we have $350 in bonus money for you. And I mean, for finishing second, I can't find any bonus money.
I wish I had some.
Well, listen, it was always nice to see you, and you come back again next year, will you?
Yep.
Okay, Sharon. A win is a win is a win, right? Isn't that what they say?
It wasn't pretty, but I'll take it.
And so you have $700 for winning plus $150 in bonus money, and you go for 3 in a row next week. And your challenger, I think, making her first appearance, will be Lauren Lennerton of Medford. Okay? See you next week.
I'll be here.
You too, right? Bye-bye, everybody.